Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast, where we learn together, reflect together, and grow step by step as better Muslims and better human beings. We are really happy you are here with us today, and today we have a very interesting and thoughtful topic. We are going to talk about something we do every day in our prayers, but maybe we never stop to think deeply about it. Today's question is, what happens to your brain during Sujood?
Wa alaikum assalam, everyone. I really love this topic because sujood, or prostration, is one of the most beautiful moments in prayer, and many scholars say it is the moment when a servant is closest to Allah.
That's absolutely right, Husna. In Sujood, we place our forehead on the ground, showing humility and submission to Allah. It is a simple action, but it carries deep spiritual meaning, and interestingly, it also has some fascinating effects on our body and our brain.
Yes, and many people say that sujood brings a feeling of peace and calmness, even if they are stressed or tired before prayer.
Exactly. When we go into Sujood, our head is lower than our heart, and this position allows more blood to flow toward the brain. This increased blood flow can bring more oxygen and nutrients to the brain, which may help the brain function better.
So, in a way, our prayer is not only good for our soul, but it can also support our physical health and mental clarity.
Yes, and another interesting thing is that Sujood encourages deep breathing and relaxation, especially when we stay in that position for a few moments and recite Subhana Rabbiyal A'la slowly and calmly.
I have noticed that too. When I focus on the meaning of what I am saying in sujood, I start to feel very calm, almost like my mind is resting.
That makes sense, because when we slow down, breathe calmly, and focus our attention on worship, the brain can reduce stress signals and increase feelings of peace and relaxation.
So it's almost like sujood is a spiritual reset button for the mind.
That's a great way to describe it, Husna. During our busy days, our brains are always thinking about work, school, problems, and responsibilities. But Sujood gives us a moment to pause, reflect, and reconnect with Allah.
And when we place our forehead on the ground, it also reminds us of humility, because the part of our body that represents our pride and identity, our face and head, is touching the ground in submission to Allah.
Yes, and that act of humility can also change the way we think. Instead of feeling arrogant or stressed about control, we remember that Allah is the one in control, and that can bring deep emotional relief.
Subhanallah, it is amazing how such a simple action in prayer can affect our heart, mind, and soul at the same time.
And there is another beautiful teaching from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He said that the closest a servant is to Allah is during sujood, so that's the perfect time to make sincere dua.
Yes, many people use sujood to talk to Allah quietly, asking for help, forgiveness, guidance, and strength.
And when we speak to Allah with sincerity, it can also help the brain release emotional stress, because expressing our worries and hopes can make us feel lighter and more peaceful.
So, in a way, sujood is not only worship, but also a moment of deep reflection, emotional release, and spiritual connection.
Exactly. And that shows the beauty of Islam, because our acts of worship are designed not only for spiritual reward, but also for the well-being of our mind and body.
And maybe the next time we go into sujood, we can take a few extra seconds, breathe slowly, and truly feel the peace of that moment.
Yes, instead of rushing through the prayer, we can slow down and appreciate the beauty of being close to Allah.
Dear listeners, we hope today's episode helped you see sujood in a new and deeper way.
The next time you pray and place your forehead on the ground, remember that it is not only an act of worship, but also a moment that can calm your mind, refresh your brain, and strengthen your connection with Allah.
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast today.
If you enjoyed this episode and learned something new, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast with your friends and family so more people can learn together with us.
And we will see you again in the next episode, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Bye-bye.